Emily Barr leading it off here for Willard, and she's got a 1-2 count. Top of the second inning, and Republic on top 2-1. Republic looking for win number 20 on the season. And a swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Barr down on strikes. That's the first out of the inning. Recorded by Piper Dishman. And speaking of Dishman, here comes Lee Dishman. He wants to come out and have a conversation about something. Waves Lily Richardson off and just wants to discuss things with Piper. Willard scored 1 run in the top of the first inning. Lady Tigers answered with 2 in the bottom of the first. And they lead it 2-1. Now the umpire is going to come in and find out what's taking so long.
Base is empty, 1 out. Batting for Willard, second baseman number 24, Cadence Wood.
One down and a strike to the Willard batter by Piper Dishman. Next one taken outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cadence Wood. Wood, another sophomore in this Willard lineup. And a swing and a little looping liner. Walker gets it, throws across, and she got her by less than a half a step. Good play by Addison Walker. She came up firing, and she had to get it across in time. That was not hit very hard, and that's the toughest play to make in softball, is a little slow grounder. Bases are so close together that if you got any speed getting down the base paths, that makes it very difficult on the fielders, but Walker managed it like a pro, threw across, and there are 2 gone here in the second inning. Umpire is writing something down over there. I'm not sure what it is, whether we've got a pinch hitter or what's going on.
Coming to the plate for Willard, pinch hitter number 34, Reagan.
Yeah,
Leeper.
it is a pinch hitter. And it's Reagan Leeper, the freshman. She will bat with 2 away and nobody on base. And she takes it outside. Republic had a tough loss at Willard last season, and they are trying to avenge that here. And trying to secure a tie atop the COC West. That one just missed outside. That's a strike. It's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on base in the top of the second inning. That's a ball, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss. Dishman got her on strikes, and that ends the inning.
Leaper down swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. Willard goes in order.
So a 1-2-3 inning for Dishman here in the top of the second, and Republic will try to build on a 2-1 lead when we come back after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Sammy Watson leads things off in the second inning. Republic on top of Willard. 2-1, and the first pitch to Watson is a strike. That one's up high. One ball, one strike. Fouled off, 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Watson down on strikes.
Watson down swinging for the first out of the inning. Bases empty.
One gone.
Your batter, second base number 9, Ashland.
And it brings in Ashland Shawman. Shawman had a big defensive game at Carthage earlier this week. Had a key play up the middle. One ball, one strike. Two and one to Shawman, and that one low and in. 3 balls, 1 strike to Ashland Shawman. And she takes ball 4. Shawman laid off a pitch just off the inside corner, and she's down at first base with 1 away. And Cass Ellison will come to the plate.
She's aboard for your third baseman, number 11, Cass Ellison.
1 run, 3 hits. No errors for Willard. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for Republic. And that pitch is a ball. Up and in. One and 0 the count to Ellison. Shawman down at first. And inside, ball 2. Ellison backed out of the way of it. And a swing and a line drive into center field. It is cut off by the center fielder. We're going to have a play at third, and Shawman is in safely. Now down to second goes Ellison, and she beat the throw. Great base running by both Lady Tigers to take the extra base. Heads up play by Ellison to realize the throw was going to third. And boy, I am surprised that Shawman was able to get there. That ball was hit hard, and the center fielder made the play and basically came up firing. But Shawman, good speed to get over to third base. So 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 away. And back to the top of the order, Addison Walker. First pitch to her is popped up high and out of play. And lands right in the bed of a truck. Hey, if you're going to hit a vehicle, that's the safest thing to do. It even had a bed cover on it. Not very many foul balls actually make it into the parking lot from softball, which means that if you're here enough and you're willing to take a gamble like I am, you can get a pretty good parking place because people assume that there's balls flying out there all the time, but I think that's the first one I've seen all year. I just gave away my secret for getting a good parking place. 1-1. The count to Walker. 1 away. And we are in the bottom of the second inning. Republic on top 2-1. And that one low. Ball 2. 2-1 to Walker. And a ground ball through the legs of Kennedy into center field. 1 run scores. Here comes another, and sliding head first into home plate is Ellison. And it's 4-1 Lady Tigers on the 2 RBI single by Addison Walker.
Walker will end up at second.
Shawman walked with 1 out, and her on-base percentage is through the roof despite not that high of a batting average, but she walks and has been hit by enough pitches that she leads the team in on-base percentage, and really that's what matters. And we're going to get a pitching change for Willard. New pitcher will be Callie Ebert, the sophomore. And she'll enter the game with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. And Addison Walker down at second base. So she's got the heart of the order as she comes into the game. Paige Elzenroth stands in now. Ebert, the new pitcher for Willard. Republic already on top 4-1. They've got 4 base hits and trying to add on to this 4-1 lead. First pitch from Ebert is inside. Ball 1 to Paige Elzenroth. And that one's high, ball 2. Elzenroth struck out against Dixon back in the first. She's got a 2-0 count now. If she gets something she can drive, she'll turn on it. And she took a strike at the knees, laid off of it. 2-1. And timeout called by Elzenrod. And that one's ball 3. And ball 4 to Elzenrod. She'll trot down to first. Reaches base safely for the first time in the game. And Piper Dishman will step to the plate.
2 on, 1 out. Batting for your Lady Tigers, pitcher number 22, Piper Dishman.
And Dishman takes the ball. It was low, maybe a little bit off the plate outside. 1-0. (4-1) Republic, looking for win number 20. And a swing and a little line drive. One hop to the second baseman. Ball gets away from the first baseman on the turn. And in comes Walker to score, and that makes it 5-1. And the ball went into the dugout because Dishman's replacement is down at second base. So they got the runner at first for the second out of the inning, but then the throw to first was wild. Run came in to score, and the runner down at second now. And Gerhard Hobbs could add to a 5-1 lead. Annabelle 1 for 1. She scored a run and drove in a run her first time. Similar situation. Runner at second base is Mooneyham, and Gerhard Hobbs drove her home the first time up. 1-1 the count to her. Bottom of the second inning. This is kind of a slow-moving game, but as long as it's because Republic is scoring a lot of runs, I guess that's good. And we're going to get a visit to the mound or the circle. Not sure what this conversation is about. Republic's base runners and batter huddle up with the two coaches while that's going on. Now everybody back to their places. Two outs, bottom of the second inning. Republic on top, 5-1. And Miley Mooneyham down at second base as Gerhard Hobbs stands in with a 1-1 count. And the pitch is a call strike. Gerhard Hobbs thought it was a little bit high. She let it go, and the hand goes up. It's a call strike. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Annabelle Gerhard Hobbs. And timeout. That's the first time I've ever seen the pitcher throw her hands up to call timeout. All she's really got to do is step off. Now ready, and the changeup is low. The throw down to third is not in time. Stolen base. That was close, but Mooneyham got down there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a pop-up. Straight up and caught. Home run and a silo by Annabelle Gerhardt-Hobbs, and that is the end of the inning. But the Lady Tigers score 3 at the end of 2. It's 5-1 Republic. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Kennedy Johnson will bat to lead things off here in the top of the third inning for Willard. New pitcher is Karagoki. Goki coming off a complete game win at Willard. She was masterful there, and she'll try to pick up where she left off to keep Willard in check. And the first pitch is fouled over to the screen. Richardson retrieves it. Talked to Lily Richardson and Karagoki and Piper Dishman and Coach Lee Dishman earlier this week for an article that will be coming out soon about the bond that those three have. That pitch is fouled straight back into the bleachers right in front of us. But they've been pitching and catching together for a long time, and Richardson is a senior, so coming to the end of that pitcher-catcher relationship, and they've had a lot of success together, both in the fall and also traveling in the summers as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a ball golfed into left field. Brown on the run. It tips off the end of her glove, and that's going to be a leadoff single.
Leadoff single into left center
for Kennedy Johnson. Johnson, one of only 2 seniors on this roster for Willard. So they're kind of the opposite of Republic, which is a senior-dominated team. Seven seniors on this team for Republic. First pitch is a ball to Hicks. Peyton Hicks. Bats with nobody out, a runner at first base. Goki's next pitch fouled off to the right. Out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next one from Goki is low and in, ball 2. And that's a strike. The throw down to second is not in time to get the runner. Johnson stole it. Richardson threw down to second from her knees and almost got her. But Johnson had a great jump, good speed, and she's at second base now with nobody out. Just missed off the inside corner, ball 3. Goki thought maybe she'd get the call on that one, but didn't. 3-2. She's got a base open, but wants to get the hitter here, and she does. A little drop ball or a changeup, and that's a strikeout. And it's the first out of the third inning.
Johnson at second with one out. The batter, center fielder number 6, Ossie Cooper.
So Ozzie Cooper will bat. One out, runner at second. First pitch is low, blocked by Richardson. 1-0. Good play by Richardson to keep it in front of her with the runner down at second. Just about perfect weather. Little breeze, not much humidity to speak of. And I would say probably right around 80 is my guess at the temperature. 78. That one is a ball, 3-0. So Goki, who is usually on top of things as far as controlling her pitches, runs the count to 3-0. That doesn't happen very often for Goki. And that is a strike. That one was a strike only on 3-0, I think. But she got the call. It's 3-1. It was right at the letters, if that. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Cooper grounds it to Walker. Walker throws across. It is in time. And they're 2 down as the runner moves up to third.
Across to Gerhard Hobbs, 6-3 for the second out inning. On the plate, Johnson moves to third. Runner at third, 2 outs. Batting for Willard, pitcher number 16, Callie Ebert.
Callie Ebert steps to the plate. She came in to pitch in the last inning, so she'll be back in the circle, presumably, when this half inning is over, but wants to extend it and get a run on the board. Willard trailing 5-1 here. Each team has 4 base hits. Each team has 1 error. And the count is 1-0. And a swing and a pop-up on the infield. Right side, back goes Shaman, reaches up, makes the play. That does it for the third inning, and Willard is retired. They got a runner on, couldn't get her home, and we go to the bottom of the third. Republic leading 5-1. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Addie Brown leads it off in the bottom of the third. Republic on top 5-1. First pitch of ball to Addie Brown. And that's a ball. Ball 2. Trying to win 20 games for the first time since 2018. And there is a shot to center, and it is over the fence and gone for Addie Brown to lead off the inning. A leadoff home run, and it got out of here in a hurry as Addie Brown rips the homer and makes it 6-1 Lady Tigers over Willard. There was no doubt that was hit hard enough to get out. The only question was whether it had enough height on it, and it cleared the fence by plenty.
Now batting for your Republic Lady Tigers, catcher number 2, Lily Richardson.
And that pitch is a strike. That 21 season in 2018 might have been the last district championship for Republic. That was a game here. They beat Willard in that district tournament. And then that score was 11-1, then beat Webb City 7-6 in one of the most exciting softball games I've covered. That was a great game for a district championship. Outside the bag at third. 0-2. Lily Richardson, the catcher. Yeah, 2018 was the last district championship for Republic. One ball, 2 strikes. So they won 20 that year and won a district. And if they can win here tonight, that'll be 20 wins. And all they'll need is a district championship to repeat that. And change up, and Richardson, I think Richardson, as she was swinging, knew she shouldn't be. That one floated up there, and she was way out in front. 0-1 out here in the third. And it brings in Sammy Watson. Strike 1 to Watson. Watson 0 for 1, struck out her first time. And a check swing at a fastball. She was behind on that one. Couldn't hold up, and it's ball or strike 2. 0-2 to Watson. On deck, Ashlyn Shaman. And strike 3, Watson down on strikes, and
Watson down on strikes for the second.
She was tied up in knots on that at bat. So Shaman comes to the plate. Shaman walked and came in to score her first time up. She bats with 2 outs and nobody on base, and the first pitch to her is a ball. Cass Ellison waits on deck. And it hit her. So that pitch hit her on the forearm there. She wears a brace or some kind of an arm shield up there. And it made a little bit of a crack whenever it hit her. So she's down to first base, on base for the second time tonight. And it brings in Cass Ellison. Wouldn't be surprised to see Shawman do a little running here. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Willard, 6 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Republic. And a foul tip. The 1 error by Republic contributed to the run that scored off of Piper Dishman back in the first. So Willard led 1-0, but Republic has scored 6 straight since then and trying to add on to that here with a 2-out rally. Shawman down at first base with 2 outs and an 0-1 count to Ellison. Next pitch up high, 1-1. What little breeze there is blowing out to right center field. Might be able to see the flag out there on the scoreboard. And a swing and a miss. Shawman's running, and the throw is behind her. Actually went to the second baseman, who is not covering. So Shawman steals the base. She's in scoring position, but Ellison has a 1-2 count now. Two and two the count now to Ellison. Addison Walker on deck. And she took a strike. So Ellison retired on strikes. That ends the inning. Lady Tigers are retired. But in the third, they score 1 run on the homer to lead things off by Addie Brown. After 3, it's 6-1 Republic. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Jaylee Bendito leads things off for Willard in the top of the 4th inning. Republic leading Willard 6-1. And the first pitch right down the middle by Karagoki. Strike 1 to Bendito. Off-speed pitch, grounded hard to Walker. Backhand play, throw across, and a great play by Addison Walker. That ball in the hole. She had to stretch out for it and made the catch. Threw across in time for the first out of the inning.
6-3 for the first out of the inning. Base is empty, 1 out. At the plate, first base
and it
7, Paxton
brings in Paxton Piper. Swing and a foul, back out of play. No balls, 1 strike to Paxton Piper, and she takes the ball 1-1. Piper 0 for 1, struck out her first time. That was against Dishman, and she flies it into left. In comes Brown, makes the catch. 2 gone.
Fly ball to left. Brown is there, has it for the second out of the inning. Bases empty, 2 outs. Batting for Willard, left fielder number 22, Mila Motlock.
Neela Motlaw bats and takes a strike. Left-handed hitter. This is her first at bat. And she takes it off the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. (6-1) lead for Republic. And Goki trying to finish off Willard here in the top of the 4th inning. A swing and a miss. And Goki ahead on the count, 1-2. Swing and a foul tip. That one might have caught Richardson. She's walking, kind of shaking it off. Umpire gives her a chance to recover, and I think she's ready to go again. Count still 1-2. And here comes the pitch from Goki. And a swing and a miss. She struck her out. And it's another 1-2-3 inning as Willard is retired. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 6-1 Republic. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Addison Walker leads it off and takes a strike, 0-1. Walker 1 for 2. She's driven in a couple of runs. And she's scored a run, and she fouls it back out of play, 0-2. Top of the lineup here in the 4th, Walker, Elzenrath, and Dishman. And Walker takes the ball, 1-2. Inside. 2-2 to Walker. And a little slow grounder back to the pitcher. Throw to first is in time. That's not an easy play by Ebert, because I think coming off the bat you expect it to be hit harder than it is, and then it slowly rolls at you. It's hard to not sort of flinch when you go to catch it. But she hung in there, let the ball get to her, and threw Walker out. So Walker now 1 for 3, and Paige Elzenroth bats. Elzenroth 0 for 1 with a walk. She's walked once, struck out once, and stands in and hits it up the middle. It's right over the bag. Diving stop by the second baseman, but no play. And it's a hit for Paige Elzenroth. First hit of the night for her, and she's down at first base with 1 out as Piper Dishman bats.
She's aboard for number 22, Piper.
Dishman is 0 for 1 with a walk as well. And she is ready to go. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. Inside, the throw down, not in time, and that's a stolen base for Paige Elzenroth.
Elzenroth in the second with a stolen base.
Third stolen base of the game for Republic. Change up outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Annabelle Gerhardt-Hobbs waits on deck. And the pitcher and catcher, or the catcher for Willard, as Dishman takes the strike. Catcher seems to be having problems picking up the pitch call from the dugout. She's having to step out of her crouch every pitch and get the signal, and that is a called strike 3, and Dishman down on strikes, so two down.
Strikes for the second out of the inning. Elzenroth at second with 2 out.
And Annabelle Gerhardt-Hobbs will get a few words from Lee Dishman.
Batting for your Lady Tigers, first baseman number 8, Annabelle Gerhardt.
She's got a runner in scoring position down there. 2 outs, though. And now we're squared away, and that first pitch is a slow changeup for a strike. 0-1. And a fastball at the knees, caught the outside corner. Strike 2. Gerhardt-Hobbs, I don't think, was too fond of that call. And a swing and a foul. Inside, runner going to third. It gets away, and now we're going to have a run score. Elzenroth slid into third, and the throw went past the third baseman into left field, and that makes it 7-1. Well, that's one way to get the run home.
Elzenroth steals third, throw gets away. She'll come into
2 stolen bases for Elzenroth, and then she scampers home after the throw to third got away, and it's a 6-run lead for Republic, 7-1. Now Gerhardt-Hobbs is going to have to hit a home run if she wants an RBI. Fouls it back to the screen, over the screen, and into the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and chopped foul. I think it caught a piece of Gerhard Hobbs, so ball is dead. And we'll do it again. Nobody on, 2 out. And outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's low, ball 3. Well, a base hit here would turn that unearned run into an earned run, because you basically recreate the inning as if the error didn't happen. And if Elsenroth's at third base and Gerhard Hobbs would get a base hit, then that run would have scored anyway. She walks. So now Addie Brown will bat. And we've got a pinch runner. That's Katie Stewart, who will come in to run for Gerhard Hobbs. And she may try to take second base. Addie Brown lined a home run over the center field fence her last time up. And the runner going. The throw is bounced down there, but Stewart slides in safely. They almost got her, but Stewart is safe, and she's in scoring position now for Brown. Brown is 2 for 2. She had the home runner last time. She's driven in 2 runs, and she scored once on that home run. And she waited and offered at a changeup and looped it foul over against the screen on the right side. So she's in the hole 0-2. Lily Richardson encourages her from the on-deck circle. And a line drive into right center field. That may go to the fence. It's going to score Stewart, and Brown is going to be out at second. Tried to stretch it into a double. The outfield got over there and cut it off, but not before another run scores. Stewart came across before Brown was tagged out, and that's the second run of the inning and the 8th run of the game for Republic. So they lead at 8-1. We go to the top of the 5th. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Cadence Wood leads things off for Willard. They trail 8-1 as Republic is looking for its 20th win of the season. And there's a swing and a foul back. And Wood's in the hole. 0-2. Next pitch from Goki is a ball. Richardson blocked it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a grounder up the middle. That's going to get into center field. Watson fields it and throws it back in, but it's a leadoff single.
Leadoff single back up the box for Wood.
And that brings in the catcher for Willard, Reiber.
At the plate, number 34, Reagan Leeper.
Oh, no, it's Reagan Leeper in there now. First pitch to her is a strike. Swing and a miss. Goki threw it by her up high. Willard trying to peck away at this lead. And a swing and a pop-up out of play. Throw down, not in time to get the runner. That was close. Up high, 2-2. And a swing and a grounder, double play ball. Walker to Shawman. Throw to first is not in time. Great stretch by Gerhard Hobbs. And a good turn by Shawman, but just not enough time to get the double play. Nice defensive effort. They got the force out at second. And that's the first out of the inning. That would have been pretty.
Leeper aboard on the fielder's choice. Runner at first, 1 out. Back to the top of the order. Right fielder number 10. Kennedy Johnson.
Swing and a grounder. Ellison throws across, gets the easy one at first. And that's the second out of the inning. Lee Dishman yelled out 1 as soon as that was hit. He didn't want them trying for the double play and risking not getting anybody. And that's a smart play by Ellison to throw across and get the out. 2 gone now with a runner at second base. And Goki is an out away from getting out of this inning. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Peyton Hicks. Next one is foul, lined off the screen over by the Republic dugout. 0-2. Republic is just 7 outs away from its first 20-win season in 6 years. And that's a called strike 3, and that ends the inning. Goki struck her out looking. And we are through 4.5. Lady Tigers on top of Willard 8-1. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Leading off the home half of the fifth inning of play.
Catcher Lily Richardson will lead things off for Republic. Bottom of the fifth inning, Lady Tigers leading Willard 8-1. Richardson will try to get something started here again. Wouldn't take much to end this one early. And the pitch is a ball to Richardson. Piper Dishman started, worked 2 innings. And Kara Goki has been out there since. Next pitch to Richardson is a ball. 2-0 to Lily Richardson. She's 0 for 2. Has a strikeout. Trying to reach base for the first time here, leading off the bottom of the fifth. It's Richardson, Watson, and Shawman due up for the Lady Tigers. And a grounder up the middle. That's a base hit. Richardson has her first hit of the day.
Leadoff single back up the box for Richardson.
And it brings in Sammy Watson. Richardson will have a seat as somebody comes in to run for her.
Replaced on the base pass by the courtesy runner, Chevalier. At the plate, center fielder number
Madison Chevalier, the courtesy runner, and the first pitch is a ball
Sammy Watson.
to Sammy Watson. Watson 0 for 2. She struck out twice. She's got a 1-0 count. And now it's 2-0. She takes it high. And ball 3. So 3-0 to Sammy Watson. And she takes the strike. 3-1. Chevalier down there at first after Richardson led off the inning with a single. And ball 4. So Watson walks, and the first 2 runners are on to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
Your batter, second baseman number 9, Ashlyn Shawman.
Shawman lays down a bunt. It is perfect, and the throw is in time to get her. Runners move up.
Shawman laying down the bunts.
A great bunt by Ashlyn Shawman.
Ebert fielding.
She's retired. The sacrifice is good, and Chevalier moves to third. Watson to second.
At the plate, third baseman number 11, Cass Ellison.
Here comes Cass Ellison. First pitch is a ball inside. Ellison 1 for 2. She has a run scored. And she's got 2 more waiting to be driven in. And she lines it, soft liner to the shortstop. That's going to be an interference call on the runner, I believe. So the runner has to go back. The batter is out. And the run does score. So the runner at third comes in to score, making it 9-1. The interference call causes the batter to be out, and the runner goes back to second base. So 2 outs now. And it's 9-1. That one outside. Watson got in the way of the shortstop as the shortstop was trying to field the ball there. So that's why Watson's back at second, and the batter on the play was declared out. Walker takes a strike. It's 2-1. Walker's 1 for 3. She's driven in a couple of runs. She scored once. And a home run here would end this one. Next pitch is popped up to third. Back goes the third baseman, makes the play while backpedaling, and that ends the inning. We go to the 6th, 9-1 Republic. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Ossie Cooper leads things off for Willard. Top of the 6th inning, and Republic on top 9-1. Cooper, Ebert, and Mendito 2 up for Willard. 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the order. Goki back out there for Republic, and it's a 2-0 count to start the inning. 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors for Willard. 9 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for Republic. And that's a ball, ball 3. Kept waiting for the hand. No, the hand did go up. It was a strike. So it's 2-1. Ball 3. And a swing and a fly ball into center. Sends Watson back. A high towering drive just in front of the track. And she's there to make the catch. Watson first started the drift back, then realized she was going to have to get on her horse and get out there. And she did and made the catch. First out of the inning. And here comes Callie Ebert. Nobody on, 1 away. Top of the 6th inning, 9-1 Republic. And the first pitch is a little check swing. In comes Ellison. Throw to first is in time. Good play by Ellison. She wasn't playing in, but after the check swing, she had to get in there in a hurry and make the throw. And 1 pitch, the out is made. Quick at bat there for Ebert. And there's nobody on. 2 outs as Mendito bats. Umpire will brush off home plate. Goki has been great in 3 2/3 innings of work. She struck out 3. There's a hit. She had given up 2 hits. Now she's given up 3. Line drive into right field. Elzenright retrieves it and throws it back in. Mendito is on with 2 away.
She's aboard for first baseman number 7.
And it brings in Paxton Piper. Piper Dishman pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 run, 3 hits, struck out 5, did not walk a batter. That pitch outside. That one missed high. Ball 2. Goki has pitched a lot of innings. They had the Springfield Invitational, and she and Dishman split those innings over the weekend. 5 games. Swing and a miss, 2-1. And then Goki pitched a complete game on Tuesday. Two balls, 1 strike. That one caught the outside corner, 2-2. Good pitch by Goki. And that one's high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Have not been a lot of 3-ball counts in this game for Kara Goki. She went to 3-0 on a count earlier. Got out of it. And a swing and a miss. She struck her out, and that ends the inning. So the 2-out hit is wasted, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Republic on top 9-1. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Willard strands 1 here in the top.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Republic on top 9-1. They'd like to end it here without having to go back out for the 7th. First pitch is a ball. Paige Elzenrath leads it off here for the Lady Tigers. And she takes a fastball for a strike, 1-1. Elzenrath 1 for 2 with a walk. She has scored a run, and she takes a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way outside. 2-2. And she laid off a changeup. Ball 3. That was not easy for Elzenrath to lay off of. You could tell from her body language she was wanting to swing at that out of the hand and realized it was a changeup and out of the strike zone before it got to her. 3-2 pitch. Up and in, ball 4. And Elzenrath draws a leadoff walk, and here comes Piper Dishman.
Walk to Elzenrath, puts her at first.
And we have reached the point where one swing could end it
Piper Dishman.
by making it a 10-run lead. It's 9-1 now. Dishman bats. Nobody out, and Elzenrath at first base. Six walks by the Willard pitchers combined in this one. First pitch to Dishman is a strike. Annabelle Gerhardt-Hobbs is on deck. And that one is off the glove of the catcher. I thought for a second it had hit Dishman, but she just stood there and let it go, and Elzenrath scampers down to second base. One ball, one strike to Piper Dishman. And that one's high, ball 2. Willard broke on top 1-0 in the top of the first, and that was the high point of the night for them. Republic regained the lead in the bottom of the first, 2-1. They added 3 more in the second, made it 5-1. It was 6-1 after 3, 8-1 after 4, and 9-1 after 5. They've scored in every inning, and now Elzenrath down to third. And she's on the verge of scoring in this inning at third base with nobody out, and a 3-1 count to Piper Dishman. And she took a ball outside, ball 4.
Dishman will put runners at the corners.
So Dishman will have a seat as
Dishman replaced on the base paths by Miley Mooneyham.
Miley Mooneyham comes in to run for her.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Batting for your Lady Tigers.
First and third, nobody out. Annabelle Gerhardt-Hobbs. If she hits one in the gap, we may have a play at the plate to decide if this game continues. 9-1 now. Gerhardt-Hobbs waits for the first pitch from Ebert. Ebert has struck out 4, has walked 5, and given up 4 hits, and the runner down to second base. Mooneyham is down there. So second and third, nobody out. And now a base hit by Gerhardt-Hobbs of almost any variety would score 2 and end it early. And that one is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I'm not sure if I've got that count right. Maybe that was a strike. I didn't see the hand go up. 0-2 on the scoreboard. That one's in the dirt. 1-2. And she laid off a fastball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Elzenrot at third, Mooneyham at second. And that's ball 3. It was low. So the count's full to Annabelle Gerhardt-Hobbs. Addie Brown waits. She's on deck. The 3-2 pitch is chopped foul outside the third base bag over toward the Willard dugout. And we'll do it again. Base hit probably ends the game with Mooneyham at second. And here's the next one. Chopped outside the bag. Again, foul down the third baseline. Elzenrot trying to get back to the base. Was trying to avoid getting hit. And she got back to the bag. It didn't hit her, so mission accomplished. She was in foul territory, so it wouldn't have mattered. But that's why they tell you to take your lead and stay in foul territory when you're down there. Outside ball 4, Gerhardt-Hobbs walks. The bases are loaded with nobody out. And Addie Brown, who already has 1 home run, could really put an exclamation point on this win.
Bases loaded for your left fielder, number 14.
Elzenrot at third, Mooneyham at second, Gerhardt-Hobbs at first, and we've got a visit to the mound, and I guess we're going to get a pitching change. Kind of surprised to get a pitching change at this point. While they do, I'm going to turn down my mic, and we'll be back to see what Addie Brown does after this. All right. Dixon, the original pitcher, is back out there. And the bases are loaded. Nobody out. Well, if Willard manages to stop Republic from scoring 2 runs here and then comes back and wins this game, it will go down in the annals of softball history. And it'll be Dixon who will be the hero. Coming in after starting the game, getting taken out, and then put back in if she can stop this rally. But now we've got a couple of conversations going on. I don't know who's talking to whom about what. Dishman was over there. I think we're ready to go. Infield is in for Willard. And Addie Brown, who homered over the center field fence earlier, is about to step in. It's 9-1, so 2 more runs will end it for Republic. Bottom of the 6th, first pitch to Brown is grounded to third. Throw home is in time for the force, and they cut down the lead runner. Well, that's the first of about 400 things that have to go right for Willard to win this game. But they got the first one.
At the plate for Republic.
One out now, and Lily Richardson bats.
Lily Richardson.
Richardson 1 for 3. She singled her last time. And that one's low, 2-0. Dixon worked 1 2/3 innings and gave up 4 runs on 4 hits and walked 2 in those 1 2/3 innings. And she's got a 2-0 count now on Richardson. Infield still in. Line drive right at the first baseman. They're going to get the force out at home again. Right at the first baseman. And they cut down the lead run. And that's the second thing that has to go right for Willard. So they got 2 outs now. And it'll be Sammy Watson's turn to try to end this one.
At the plate, center fielder number 13, Sammy Watson.
Watson's 0 for 2 with a walk. And she lines it into the hole. That's going to score 1 run. Here comes the other runner. We've got a throw home. It's not in time, and that's 2 runs for the Lady Tigers, and they win it 11-1. So it took a little longer than they wanted, but the line drive base hit by Sammy Watson drives in 2, and Republic wins it 11-1, and that is 20 wins for Republic. First time since 2018, they've got 20 wins. So congratulations to the Lady Tigers on their 11-1 win and on their 20-win season, and that's going to do it from Republic High School. Republic wins it 11-1 over Willard. Thanks for watching Lady Tiger Softball on Republic Tiger Sports.